This is just a quick video for you with a few basic core exercises you can do at home. It's ideal for anybody who has diastasis recti, so separation of the abdominal wall, or if you are recovering from a C-section, or any kind of early postnatal recovery. Okay, so we're going to start just with some breathing exercises. So I want you to imagine that your rib cage is like an accordion, and we're going to breathe through our nose, and we're going to expand the rib cage rather than breathing into the belly like we do with yoga. So we're going to take a deep inhale here, expand the rib cage, and exhaling through pursed lips. This time when we do it, I want, as you exhale and you're exhaling through pursed lips, I want you to imagine there's a corset tightening around your waist, and you're pulling your belly button into your spine. Okay, so we take an inhale into the rib cage, expanding the chest cavity, exhaling through pursed lips, exhaling, breathing into the waist, pulling the corset tight, belly button to spine. We'll do that one more time. Inhaling through into the chest cavity, expanding the lungs, exhaling, tightening the waist, bringing the belly button through to the spine. The next piece of it that we're going to do is to pull up the pelvic floor as well. So we're inhaling into the chest again, inhaling and expanding the rib cage, exhaling through the nose, exhaling through pursed lips into the waist, belly button to spine, pulling up the pelvic floor, feeling that lovely connection between your pelvic floor and your deep transverse abdominals, and we release. Let's do that again. So breathing in through the nose, expanding up the rib cage, exhaling, tightening the waist, belly button to spine, pulling up the pelvic floor, and squeeze, and release. You can repeat that 8 to 10 times, or however many times you're comfortable with. It's a really, really simple, basic breathing exercise you can do to engage your core muscles, including your pelvic floor. So we're going to move to the mat now, and we're going to start with some toe taps. So lying flat on the mat, bringing your knees into your chest, feeling your back imprinting on the mat. This is really important. We want to feel our low back imprinted on the mat throughout the duration of any of these exercises, okay? So we're going to take an inhale here, and as we exhale, we bring our knees forward into a tabletop position. So that's a 90-degree knee angle, okay? As we do that, you may feel your lower back coming up off the mat. I want you to breathe through your core just like we did when we were sitting up, and try to bring that low back onto the mat using our core muscles. Now, if our core muscles aren't strong enough yet, we're just going to bring our knees back slightly until you feel that imprint, and that's where our knees will stay, okay? As you get stronger, you can bring your knees further away from the body and use your core to keep your lower back on the mat, okay? Our hands are by our sides. We're just going to take a deep breath here. Breathing into the tummy, exhaling into the tummy, pulling the belly button to spine as we drop our toes to the mat, one by one, slow and controlled. Again, inhaling as the leg goes up, exhaling as the leg goes down, pulling in the corset around the waist. I would recommend doing 5 to 10 each leg, depending on how strong you are, okay? Only a few reps is fine in those first few weeks. Right, once you've completed that, bring your knees back into your chest, and we're just going to go for one leg out at a time. Okay, so our leg is coming to a 45-degree angle. Again, inhaling as the knee comes in, exhaling as the leg goes up, making sure that low back is imprinted into the mat for the duration of the exercise. If you're still recovering, the 45-degree angle with the leg is perfect. Once you're a little bit stronger, you can drop the leg slightly lower. So that's more difficult than the 45-degree angle. So inhaling in, exhaling out. But for those first 4 or 5 months, I recommend a 45-degree angle in the leg. Okay, bringing your feet down, bring your heels about 2 inches from your bum. We're going to put a fist distance between our knees, hands are by our sides. Inhale here. As we exhale, we're going to do a shoulder bridge. So raising the glutes off, coming up onto the shoulder blades, not overextending here. In case you have a scar, you don't want any pulling on the abdomen. So only go as far as you feel comfortable and you're not feeling any pulling on your stitches or on your scar. Okay, and we're going to come back down. We're going to take an inhale here, exhaling out. When we get to the top, we're going to squeeze the glutes and squeeze the pelvic floor. Exhaling down, inhaling here, exhaling back up, squeeze, and down. And I want you to try and repeat that again for 8 to 10 reps, but working within your own fitness levels. Okay, the next one I'm going to show you, this is number 4 now, is a one-leg circle. So we're going to extend one leg out onto the mat so it's flash. We're going to bring one knee to tabletop position. Again, we're making sure that that lower back isn't arching. Okay, you will have a small round in the lower back. That's the natural curve of the spine when you extend your leg, but we don't want it to overarch. Okay, so tightening in through your core, I want you to imagine that you're drawing a circle on the ceiling with your knee. Now the goal of this is just to build back up your pelvic stability, and of course we're using our lower core muscles and we're also using our glutes as well to create the circle. So the goal here is not to rock the body. The body is staying completely still. The only thing moving is the hip in the hip joint. Okay, so you'll need to engage your core muscles to be able to keep everything steady. We'll go for 8 one way and then we'll repeat for 8 in the opposite direction. Now, obviously we then need to change legs and repeat on the opposite leg. As you get stronger, you can start to challenge yourself a little bit more. We're extending the leg straight up to the ceiling and we're drawing circles. Okay, and again, we're keeping everything steady. And this way we're bringing in our quads and our hamstrings as well. So this is great for the legs and also great for the core too. Okay, we're going to come up to some side lying and we're going to do a modified side plank just to start to build up some of your oblique muscles. So we're coming up onto our elbow. Our elbow is under our shoulder to give our shoulder that really nice support. Our knees are bent, okay? And there's a few different hand positions we can use. I recommend starting with the hand on the mat. We take an inhale here. On the exhale, we're lifting the hips off the mat and we're feeling that contraction through the obliques. We're holding for as long as we can. If that's only 5 seconds, that's fine. If it's a minute, even better, okay? Come back down there. Once you're feeling more comfortable with that, what you can try is a little bit of a modification. So inhaling here, exhaling, lifting and raising the arm up. And that's going to stop you from having the same stabilization that you had before, therefore you're using your core muscles even more. Okay, so we're going to come up, again we're holding for as long as you can, whether it's 5 seconds or 30 seconds, you're building your core back up from the start. Okay, and we're going to, so obviously we need to switch sides to the other side, again, elbow under the shoulder, and knees are bent, hand is in front of us or up to the ceiling, and we're raising those hips, feeling that contraction through the side of the body. Okay, another great exercise that doesn't put any pressure on your abdomen. It's really good for doing when you do have any separation or if you have any C-section healing still to come. So I hope this video has been helpful. Just a few small core exercises you can do. Take it nice and slow. You know, you've been through a great journey and it's time to just relax into it, take it slow and rebuild your strength from there. It will come very, very quickly, so do persevere. And I hope the video was helpful and I'll hopefully see you in one of my classes soon. Take care. Bye.